What if I told you that it's not wise or strategic to copy the website strategy of a more established or more successful, larger church? Hey everyone, Brandon here with Richie Creative. Hey, if you're looking for a channel that is chock full of strategies for pastors, for church leaders, and for churches to help you reach new people in your community through your websites, through your online presence, then you've come to the right place. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you get notified when a new training video comes out. I would love for you to be notified so that we can continue to learn together, grow together, and reach new people in our communities through our church websites. I know how tempting it might be to look at a church like Elevation Church, or Hillsong Church, or Saddleback Church, or North Point Church, or any of these very successful mega churches, looking at their website and thinking, hey, if we implement basically the same exact strategies that they're using on their website, if we apply that to our website, we're going to have the same kind of results. The problem is you're looking at somebody's end result, somebody's final destination. And these ministries have been spending years or decades tweaking things, changing things over time, trying to make their website more specific to their geographic location, to their denomination, to their audience. To illustrate this point further, I love Chick-fil-A. I think it is the single best place to get a chicken sandwich. But if I wanted to start a chicken sandwich company today and I said, hey, if I make my website look exactly like their website, I use the same colors, the same fonts, make basically the entire experience online, the exact same experience that they're giving to their customers through their website online, it's not going to work. I'm not going to sell any sandwiches because it's not just about the website. It's not the end result or the look and feel of the website. It's not the colors. It's not the fonts. Those things do communicate something about your brand, but they are not the thing that makes you successful. So you can't copy Chick-fil-A strategy and expect to have a competing chicken sandwich company just on your website, the look and feel of your website strategy alone. Chick-fil-A is successful because they have a fantastic team that they're investing in and that they're training regularly. They have an incredible product that is something that's very, very popular that people love to eat. They have great customer service. They have great marketing. They're spending money on advertising, both on their website and in social media and on billboards and in print materials. So there's so many different things that are contributing to the success of Chick-fil-A, not just their website strategy. Now, their website strategy should play an integral role in that strategy, but it's not the only thing that is making them successful. And in the same way, these other larger successful churches, they have a fantastic ministry and they're having great ministry impact, but it's not solely because of their website or their website strategy. It's because they are investing in their staff and their team and their members, and the people that are coming to their church are having a great experience both in person and online. So many different things that are affecting that. And so you can't just look at their website and say, hey, I'm going to make my website look exactly like theirs and expect the end result. Because again, this is years or decades of tweaking things, changing things over time. So again, you can't copy somebody's final destination and expect the same results for your church or for your ministry. So what would be my biggest piece of advice for you, the pastor, the church leader? Maybe you are an intern who's responsible for your church's website. Maybe you're the office administrator who's kind of been tasked with, keeping your church website strategy up to date, and you're looking for inspiration. There's nothing wrong with inspiration. There's nothing wrong with looking at another church or several churches, seeing what might be working for them, what might not be, and implementing some of those things if it makes sense for your church. But again, don't blindly follow what somebody else is doing. So my biggest advice would be this. Don't try to replicate somebody else's website, hoping that you're going to have the same ministry impact or you're going to achieve the same success that they're achieving simply by doing that one thing. Instead, think critically and think strategically. What are the things that make sense for our church specifically when it comes to our website strategy? So I would ask myself a series of questions. Number one, what do our specific church members need? Do they need access to watch a live stream or to watch previously recorded sermons that you guys might have in a sermon archive on your website? Do they need easy access to giving? I think most churches would say, yes, that's something that we want to have easy access to. But there might be some things that are specific to your church members, maybe for certain events coming up. Maybe you want to have a calendar, not only on a calendar page, but you want to have like upcoming calendar events in your footer, because that's something that your church members might really resonate with and might make it just easier for them to know what's coming up in terms of certain connect groups or certain events coming up in your church. But whatever it is, what are the things that your actual members need on your church website? I would write those out. Make a big list of those. What are the things that my church members need access to, easy access to on our church website? From there, ask yourself, what are the things that our visitors need? So the people in our community that we're trying to draw into our church to have as first-time guests, first-time visitors, what are the things that they're going to want easy access to? Maybe a button that says plan my visit. I'm new here, what to expect. Maybe on a FAQ page or on the About Us page or what to expect page, there's an FAQ dropdown that talks all about what you can expect in terms of childcare, what you should wear on Sunday morning, what kind of services is, or one service or two services. Of course, visitors or members, they need easy access to service times, right? So having that right on the homepage of your website, making it very clear, hey, we meet these 3 times. Here's when you can show up. Here's what to wear. Maybe the first-time visitors to your church would appreciate a video from your lead pastor right there on the homepage, or maybe on the I'm new page or what to expect page, kind of inviting them to the church. Sometimes even just seeing a picture or a video of the pastor, hearing his voice, seeing his personality, that can kind of reduce the fear of the unknown and make it that much more likely that somebody in the community might visit your church for the first time. Again, it just kind of makes your church more personable, more approachable. It's less intimidating if you can kind of hear the pastor's voice, his mannerisms, what he looks like, what he sounds like. So that could be something that could be a useful strategy for getting new visitors through the doors of your church from your community. And then I would be thinking through, is there anything community specific that you want to include on the homepage of your website as well? One of our churches, Radiant City Church, the pastor, his name's Cliff, and he basically hired us to do a full website rebuild for him. We talked through strategy. And one of the things that he wanted to do, because he's so near Florida Atlantic University, he wanted to highlight that, put pictures of it, pictures of the stadium, pictures of the campus. He wanted to make it very, very clear, hey, if you're an FAU student, then here's what we're going to do in terms of helping you get to church on Sunday mornings. We're going to send a shuttle to you. We'll shuttle you to the church for free. So that's a community specific thing. So is there anything community related in your geographic location that you need to be thinking about in terms of your website strategy and things to include specifically on the homepage of your website, but really on any of the other pages of your website as well? What about denomination? Are you a Baptist church? Are you a Christian Missionary Alliance church? Are you a Methodist church? Is there something denomination specific that you think that people might resonate with, whether it's members, whether it's visitors? Of course, on your What We Believe page, you're probably going to have some kind of a link to, your statement of faith, your belief system in your denomination, but maybe even on the homepage, maybe there's something specific to your denomination that you want to include in part of your homepage strategy on your website. But here's my biggest tip for you. Be yourself. Don't try to copy Hillsong. Don't try to copy Elevation Church. Don't try to copy North Point or any of these other great churches. They're fantastic churches. They're doing great ministry for the kingdom, but you don't need to try to be them. You have a specific group of people, a specific pastor, a specific team of ministry leaders and church leaders. You're in a specific geographic location, and you need to be thinking through what are the things specifically that we want to include or exclude from our website strategy. So again, don't copy another church. Don't copy their website strategy thinking that you're going to have the same end result as them, because again, you're looking at their final destination, right? You're looking at years or decades of changing things and adjusting things over time. So again, don't try to be them. Be you, be yourself. You have a specific church identity and DNA as a church. And so lean into that, highlight that, and make that a priority as you're building out your website, thinking through what's our story and how do we tell that in the most effective way possible. Well, hey, I know today's video was a little bit shorter than usual, but I'd be curious to know in the comments, what's kind of the biggest hang up that you've experienced as a pastor, as a church leader, as it pertains to your website strategy? Are you having a hard time thinking through what are the things that I need to be including in my website or excluding in my website? Have you kind of had any of this website envy, looking at some of these other big churches, seeing some of the things that they're implementing and thinking, man, maybe I should be doing that as well? Is that an issue that you've faced? And then what have you done to overcome that so that you can kind of lean into your church identity, into your unique DNA as a church body? I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to include a link in the description for a free training manual that we put together for pastors, for church leaders. It's called the Guide to the Perfect Church Homepage. If you're struggling to figure out where do we even start when it comes to our church website strategy, what are the things that we definitely want to include on our homepage for our church? So again, that link will be in the description for you to download for free. Or maybe you're a pastor or church leader who just wants somebody to kind of link arms with you, to hop on your website, sit down one-on-one and figure out what are the things that we can tighten up from a strategy perspective to help you reach new people in your community, to help you increase your giving online, to help you get more people to your events. Whatever those online objectives are, those online goals are, we have a 4-part framework that we've used to help hundreds of churches reach new people, hit their other online objectives on their websites. I would love to sit down with you one-on-one. I'm going to include a link in the description where you can sign up for a strategy session with me. Again, it's a 30-minute Zoom call, very low pressure. We don't try to sell you anything. The big goal is to offer free value to you as it pertains to your church website strategy, to help you think through these different lenses of our framework work so that you can hopefully start getting the most out of your website, increasing and improving the ROI on your website, reaching new people, increasing giving, getting more people to events, and hitting those other online objectives as well. Hey, if you're new to the channel, then welcome. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you can be informed and notified when a new training video comes out. Remember, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Stay creative, and we'll catch you next time.